All are requested to remain standing for the national anthem, which will be followed by the invocation.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Please be seated. The Chairman, Board of Governors, is requested to formally declare opening of the 25th Convocation.
I declare the convocation open.
The Director of the Institute, Professor Parmeshwar Iyer, will now present the annual report of the Institute for the academic year 2022-2023.
Thank you. Namaste. Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhad ji, Madam Dr. Sudesh Dhankhad ji, Honorable Governor of Assam, Shri Gulab Chand Kataria ji, Dr. Rajiv I. Modi, Chairman Board of Governors, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma ji, my guests in the, special guests in the audience, my graduating students, parents, and all other invited dignitaries. As part of the grand 25th Convocation ceremony, it is my honor to present before you a brief report on the activities of the Institute in the next 10 minutes. The 25th Convocation is a momentous juncture in the history of the Institute, which marks the culmination of close to 3 decades of dedication, perseverance, and immense sacrifices. Today, as graduating students, you all join the ranks of more than 20,000 plus alumni who have walked this path prior to you, each marking their own unique contribution to society. You have emerged from the great institution armed with knowledge, humility, integrity, and a broader perspective that will undoubtedly shape you as future global leaders. Now I present before you the activities of the Institute in the past 1 year. As you see on the slide, IIT Guwahati has been very fortunate to continuously feature in all kinds of rankings, both national and international. In the recently announced NIRF ranking, IIT Guwahati has maintained a 7th rank in the engineering category, while in the overall and the research category, we are featured in the 9th rank. Very importantly, I would like to highlight the contribution of the institute towards the sustainable development growth. Here, we see that in the affordable energy and the affordable and the clean energy category, the SDG goal number 7, we have been ranked globally 6th, and it's the only institute in the nation to be featured in the top 10 category. Move on to the next slide, please. IIT Guwahati has also been doing exceedingly well in the QS international ranking. Again, this ranking is very broad. It not only ranks the overall category, but it also clearly indicates how the institution has been doing in the research publications, research citations, and here we see that in the world ranking, we have moved up 20 spots to 364. Similarly, the research citations per faculty, we have now achieved a rank of globally 32, which is again 5 ranks higher than the previous year. And the publication per faculty, that number has also been enhanced by a huge number. We were 4.7 last year, we have now crossed more than 5. This again shows the strength of the institute while performing the research. The overall ranking, as I mentioned, the institution is, the strength is not just in one department, 2 departments, but every year we see that the number of departments doing exceedingly well is, continuously being added. And in this year, the ranking that came out, we have seeing the featuring of civil engineering as well as economics and econometrics. So we are now featured in 14 different departments. On the right side, you see the green arrows. Almost every department has either remained static or increased by some notches. So this shows the overall strength of the institute, and I congratulate the faculty, staff, research scholars, and everyone involved here performing high-end research and the technology transfers. Next slide, please. So this is the diversity that the institute boasts of. We started in 1994 with very few departments. Today we are having more than 11 departments. We have 9 academic centers, interdisciplinary academic centers, and similarly we have also diversified into 5 different schools where we also admit now the undergraduate students. Most importantly, the bottom of this slide you see the big collaboration that our Honorable Chief Minister has initiated with IIT Guwahati. We are really thankful to him to establish this Assam Advanced Healthcare Innovation Institute. I'll be showing some more things in the slides that come in the future. Next slide, please. We also established futuristic centers in the institute. There are 3 centers which came up, again keeping pace with the demand of the future. We have the Center for Sustainable Polymers. That was a small center and we have converted into a full-fledged academic center. We have the Center for Sustainable Water, which is truly an international center where we have 27 universities from India and Australia, and we are still expanding the activities of this center. And definitely, this is also very important for this region that we focus on how to manage the water and the other activities related to that very successfully. Similarly, we also recently established the Center for Drone Technology. This again is very handy. It has applications across all disciplines. Last year we were very fortunate to again work with the different agencies for surveying as well as giving services using these drone services in this North Guwahati as well as other regions where we could do the survey, we could deliver foods, we could also deliver other medical emergencies. Next slide, please. Coming to the graduating students, we are very proud of you again. Every year, this number increases, and this year we are very happy. We have crossed the benchmark of 2,000 students. Today, the number of students being graduated is 2,011, and this is again a great journey that the institute has taken from the 65 students that graduated in the first convocation. So you can see within 25 years, the institute has tremendously grown across all the sectors. It's not just in one area, the bachelor's, master's, and another very notable thing, 2 notable things, in fact, I would like to mention. The doctorate students also has crossed the 300 number. 303 PhD students are graduating this year. and the number of female students being graduated is again more than 20%. This again is very, very notable. I congratulate you all once again for this remarkable achievement. The institute has definitely been expanding across not only the nation but also internationally. We have been very fortunate to establish very strong links with universities across the world. We have around 95 international collaborations across the different institutes across the world. Especially, we have very close partnerships with 18 University of Japan. We have the dual degree, joint degree programs with one of the universities. We are now expanding that to Tsukuba University. Similarly, our neighboring countries also, we are expanding and having very close ties with a lot of different institutes. Recently, we also signed an MOU with the University of St. Andrews. That happened very recently. We also are offering a lot of scholarships, a lot of other incentives to students from different universities, and definitely we look forward to strengthen this relationship again as part of the NEP 2020. The institute has definitely also signed not just with the academic institutes internationally, nationally also we are forging very close ties with institutions, with industries, with PSUs, and you can see this list. I'm not going to read through this, but this also includes a lot of startup companies whom we are doing a lot of hand-holding and see how the institute as well as the region is benefiting from these activities. We were very fortunate in the month of September, our Honorable President of India visited our institute, the same location. This supercomputer was inaugurated. Again, the supercomputing applications are going to be the future if we want to have a lot of data to be analyzed, a lot of other activities related to weather prediction, healthcare, or any other thing that you need. You need this kind of activities. I would invite all the guests, all the students, wherever you are, definitely make use of these facilities. In fact, this is the second computer being established at IIT Guwahati, and I'm very thankful to the Honorable President and the CDAC who were very instrumental in establishing these facilities at IIT Guwahati. Do take out time and visit our facilities in the future. Again, I would like to start by, this is the foray that IIT Guwahati has been making with the help of the state government. AHI, as I mentioned earlier, was inaugurated. The foundation stone was laid by the Honorable Prime Minister of India on 14th of April, and this hospital is likely to come up very soon. And as mentioned here, we are going to have not only a normal the hospital activities, the research is going to be the primary thing. This is where the merging of the technology and the healthcare is going to take place. Again, the supercomputing facilities plus the Industry 4.0 technologies that are coming up in a big way will be introduced in this hospital. Definitely, we can, being in this Northeast region, the only IIT representing the entire region, we also have a responsibility to give back to this region, to the state, and we are looking forward to interact with them in a lot of different sectors. I'm not going to read, but you can see we have started working already. A lot of things are being implemented, and in a very big way. I'll show you some slides, what activities we have been doing. And definitely, my colleagues, I have a request that we will have to look forward on engaging more closely with different organizations in this state, in this region, and how we can provide services, help to them, so that the growth that we are seeing can also be expanded to other regions. Recently, we started establishing, one of the things that if we need good manpower, we have to strengthen the base. This is where, we started looking at the state government education department. We talked to our education minister who is here, Dr. Anoj Pegu. Thank you very much, sir, for supporting us in these activities. We started training the teachers as the first initiative. And as we moved forward, we took up the responsibility, our PhD students, our master students. They went to all the 33 districts. They chose 10 different schools, and within 2 months, we have established 330 tinkering labs across the state. You can see the students working their hands-on experience. And on the top right side, you see the slide where we have also started establishing the AI and the robotics lab even in Meghalaya. So we hope that this initiative can also be taken up in the state, in other states, in Assam, and hopefully the new technology that is coming up can be introduced right from the school level itself. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is again part of the major STEM activity. We also took up the quiz and the science clubs establishment. We organized this grand event at IIT Guwahati, and it was a very encouraging step for the state that they could visit IIT Guwahati and interact with my colleagues here in the institute. This was another major initiative by our Honorable Prime Minister, the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat event. Again, IIT Guwahati has taken lead. Usually, one institute only gets to interact with one state. We were very fortunate that we could interact with 5 different states. We hosted the students from 5 different states. We also We also sent a contingent of 5 strong group of students from IIT Guwahati to various parts of the country. And we were very fortunate that at that time a Japanese delegation of around 40 students were also here, and they had a very strong interaction, and collaborative efforts with the Japanese student also took place. So it was a very nice effort. I again thank our Honorable Governor also. He also gave us an opportunity to interact with them. He hosted us there. You can see the photograph left side on the top, where he personally had an interaction for question answers with all the students from across the region. Thank you, sir. Going international, again, the G20 meet, we have the presidency of this event, and we hosted 2 events in the month of February, where the first meeting was on the Sustainable Finance Working Group and the Y20 meeting. And this again was held in the campus, very same venue, and around 150 delegates from across the world. They came, they stayed here, they interacted with us, very strongly. One thing I could not include here is about the skill development event that we organized with the state government in the month of February, and that also was a huge success, and we look forward to forge closer ties in the skill development sector as well. Next slide, please. This is about, as part of my report, the research and development activities of the institute. This is our strength, in fact. Our faculty colleagues, they keep on working on various technologies, and you can see the research funding, the ongoing projects, the new projects that is coming up. One news I would like to share with you, we are presently discussing on the 5G technology. Yesterday, my colleagues have been successful in getting, or we are going to have a test bed for 6G technologies. 3 institutes, IIT Guwahati, IIT Madras, and IIT Patna have been given a 70 crore grant to work on 6G technology. So that is something new that is coming up in a big way. We are also encouraging entrepreneurship, a lot of activities, and these are all the centers where somebody has an idea, they can come up and they can set up their entrepreneurial activities, startups. We will support them. Guwahati Biotech Park was with us. It has now moved out to a location just outside the campus. So I invite all the students and other participants in this region to please come and participate in the startup activity as well in the institute. So these are some of the companies who are presently at IIT Guwahati, some of them who are graduated. It's a very long list, and you can see how institute is also supporting them. So once again, this is a great initiative by the institute to ensure that job creation also takes place along with other activities of the institute. This is the institute expenditure. I would not like to spend time there. The total expenditure, we are close to more than 600 crores, and we are very thankful to the Ministry of Education for supporting us through various funds, and hopefully we can utilize this in the best possible way for the growth and development. Our NEP 2020 implementation is very, very important for us. One of the main reasons that we are working for this is the number of students being admitted to institutions of eminence or institutions like IITs is very, very small. We want to ensure that that number increases in a big way. So the gross enrollment ratio that we are targeting right now is likely to increase by doing this online program, and we have multiple entries, multiple exits. Students having only mathematics as a subject in class 12 or who require mathematics as a subject, will give them training, and they can join this 4-year BS program. We are starting presently in the areas of data science and artificial intelligence. Definitely this is going to be expanded to a lot of other subjects which are in huge demand for the future. So we welcome you all to join this. The admission process for this is going to start on July 19th. And our semester will start in the month of October. Again, this is a very nice initiative. A lot of other initiatives by the institute are listed here. And I really look forward to taking forward the institute in all the futuristic direction. And some of the top areas that we look forward in this 25th convocation are data science and artificial intelligence and robotics. Definitely we already have our presence there, but NEP implementation is a major challenge for all of us. Let us work together to see that that is ensured. The major healthcare initiative, as I already showed, that not only tertiary but also the primary healthcare, we are working with various organizations to see how we can move forward. Disaster management, being in this region, is one of the primary areas that we all should focus, and let us join hands again with the authorities here to see how much we can contribute to them. Water resources and management, the cyber physical systems, communications of 5G, I mentioned about the 6G technology which I added recently, the 3D printing technology which we are again making huge steps, helping the army, helping other organizations to use this technology for construction, for other activities, and the SDG goals implementation. And as I showed earlier, the renewable energy we are doing very well. We have to focus on other targets as well, achieving other targets as well. Last but not the least, the semiconductor devices and nanotechnology. There is a huge thrust by the government of India to push forward this area, and we are forging ties with Taiwan and with some universities in Japan to see how we can take this area also forward. So let us work together. Before I end, I would like to thank all present here, all the parents, all the graduating students, and on the special occasion of the 25th Convocation, on behalf of all present here, I congratulate you all once again and urge that you carry forward the values of integrity, humility, and empathy. Be ethical leaders, champions of sustainability, and always advocate for inclusivity. Find your passion, find your purpose. Always stay hungry for learning and consider every failure as a stepping stone for success. I'm confident that whatever profession you choose, each of you will excel with your knowledge, hard work, and dedication, and serve the society and the nation at large. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. The Chairman, Board of Governors, Dr. Rajiv I. Modi, is now requested to deliver the welcome speech.
On this momentous occasion of our IIT Guwahati Convocation, I stand before you, sirs, with profound gratitude and a deep sense of accomplishment. It is indeed an honor and privilege to have you among us, Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhad ji. Namaskar, sir. Welcome. As well as Mrs. Dhankhad. I'm also very honored to invite and have amongst us Shri Gulab Kataria ji. Namaskar ji. Governor, Honorable Governor of the state of Assam. And of course, I'm delighted to have you, sir, always a smiling, cheerful face supporting the people of Assam and people of India and the people of world, Dr. Himansha Biswa Sharma ji. Namaskar ji. Honorable Chief Minister of Assam. I'm so glad that the parents and the graduating students are here today on this momentous event, and I heartfully grace them for the benevolent presence. I have profound appreciation for our faculty members, our postdoctoral students, who have been the guiding beacon throughout the educational journey of students, shaping their minds, shaping their lives for the future to lead a successful IIT Guwahatian culture for the future of the world. Thank you. They have tirelessly imparted knowledge in spite of the challenges they face, challenged students to think critically, question and innovate, and nurture the talent to inspire excellence in the chosen fields, shaping them into individuals for the future. I would also like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the parents of our students. From their first steps, parents have been their pillars of strength and unwavering cheerleadership. They have sacrificed so much, ensuring students, their children, have the resources and opportunities to pursue their dreams. They stood by them through the sleepless nights and the challenges of exams and pop quizzes and the moments of self-doubt, believing in their children's abilities, supporting them, nurturing them, and that's why we are all here to celebrate their achievements. Our students' journey through the IIT has been transformative. They entered this prestigious institute as young, wide-eyed individuals, eager to learn and make a mark in the world. Over the years, they have experienced a rich tapestry, late-night study sessions, exhilaration of solving complex problems, friendships forged in the crucible of hard work, and moments of triumph that make the struggle worthwhile. So congratulations to all the graduating students of the 25th Convocation. They have not only gained knowledge, but also learned invaluable life lessons. They have learned the importance of teamwork, collaboration, and perseverance. They have learned to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success and to adapt to changing circumstances. Their time at IIT Guwahati honed their technical skills and shaped their character, instilling them the confidence and the values and the integrity and the discipline and the resilience to be a wonderful citizen of our proud country, Bharat. And now, my dear graduates, I extend my heartful congratulations to all of you. Your dedication, hard work, brilliance have impressed all of us. As you step into the professional world, I am confident you will make a very positive impact as a citizen of India. Remember, success is about personal growth and contributing to others. Be compassionate, be kind, and be a force of positive change. The future holds endless possibilities for all of you. Go forth and shine. God bless you all. It is the leadership and the vision of the current government over the years which has helped us transform the education in our country from what it was 15, 20 years ago to now cutting edge. Graduates coming out of IIT and various institutes are now cherished to the extent that Indians are not only proud in today's world, but are reckoned in the world around. So thank you very much, and thank you all for coming together.
Thank you, sir. The guest of honor for the 25th Convocation is the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma is the 15th Chief Minister of Assam from 10th May 2021. He held several portfolios, both state and cabinet, such as Minister of State for Agriculture, Planning and Development, Finance, Health, Education, and Assam Accord implementation from 2002 to 2021. The Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, is now requested to deliver his speech.
Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Jagdeep Dhankhad ji, Dr. Sudesh Dhankhad ji, Sri Gulabsan Kataria, Honorable Governor of Assam, Dr. Rajiv I. Modi, Chairman, Board of Governors, IIT Guwahati, Dr. Parmeshwar Krishna Iyer, Director, IIT Guwahati, esteemed faculty members, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. পবিত্ৰ অসম ভূমিলৈ মই ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ উপৰাষ্ট্ৰপতি শ্ৰী জগদীশ ধানকাৰ ডাঙৰীয়াক আদৰণি জনাইছোঁ। I feel immensely delighted to be present in this beautiful campus of IIT Guwahati today. It is our great honor that Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Jagdeep Dhankhad ji, is present with us at this convocation. Sir, on behalf of the people of Assam, I extend you a warm welcome to our beautiful state. Your presence here is a great inspiration for all of us. Your visit to this premier institute of the country shows the importance you attach on our young generation. I am sure your valuable words will profoundly illuminate the minds of all present here. Your words will inspire the graduating students to become the active stakeholders in the development journey of our great nation. On the occasion of 25th Convocation of IIT Guwahati, I extend my heartiest congratulations and best wishes to all the graduating students. Your success is a result of your hard work, complemented by efforts of your teachers and sacrifices of your parents. I therefore thank and congratulate all faculty members and your parents for their painstaking efforts that led to your overall development. Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has rightly pointed out that while the third decade of the last century gave new momentum to India's freedom struggle, the third decade of the current century is giving impetus to the development journey of India. He termed our universities, colleges, IITs, IIMs, and AIMS as the building blocks of a new India. I find an echo of his words whenever I visit the beautiful campus of IIT Guwahati. IIT Guwahati, with its glorious existence, has made resounding presence in the global academic landscape today. The ranking of this institute among top technical institutes in the world by some of the globally recognized institutes such as London-based Times Higher Education, QS World University Ranking, NIRF, and others speaks volume about the rich academic environment of this prestigious institute. Its research activities have significantly benefited our society. Its effort to improve research and development collaboration in multidisciplinary subjects has bolstered the foundation of a technology-driven and knowledge-based society in our country. It is noteworthy that such endeavors on the part of the institute is aligned with the vision of National Education Policy 2020. The institute's commitment to promoting sustainable practices is creating a positive impact on our society and the environment. IIT Guwahati, which is expertise in different fields, have made immense contribution to our state. Our government and IIT Guwahati have been working together on several projects. As a unique initiative for the country in the areas of medical research and multidisciplinary services, we are jointly setting up Assam Advanced Health Innovation Institute at this campus. We have also collaborated in the field of water resource management, disaster response and preparedness, agriculture, wildlife protection, heritage preservation, developing multiple technologies in oil and natural gas sector, capacity building of teachers, skill development, and setting up of tinkering lab in a bid to promote scientific temperament among our youth. I urge IIT Guwahati to further strengthen its cooperation and identity in new areas of collaboration with our government for the benefit of our state. In next 25 years, our country will be attaining 100 years of independence. For this period of Amrit Kal, new goals have been set and plans are devised with major thrust on technology. Emerging areas like advanced communication, wireless networking, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, cyber security, data science, and data analytics will be very crucial for their effective deployment in economy and welfare of society. I hope the graduating students will continue the zeal to contribute their fullest in this technological transformation to realize the vision set for next 25 years by our Honorable Prime Minister. From this platform today, I urge you to use the knowledge that you gain here for the greater good of humanity. Utilize your expertise in the field of innovation to create products that serve sustainable development. Be the master of your destiny by creating your own enterprise and thereby opening job opportunities for many in different domains. The students of these universities hail from different parts of the country. that this reminds me of our Honorable Prime Minister calls of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. It is the idea of strengthening our country by enhanced interaction between people of different parts of India. IIT Guwahati is a melting pot as it comes to student mix, perfectly epitomizing the idea of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. I urge upon the graduating students today to nurture the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat as they embark upon the journey of making of a new India. Dear students, I also urge you to remain respectful and dutiful to your parents who have always been instrumental for your well-being. You must also take along the poor and downtrodden of this vast country who are in need of your support and care the most. Of course, I'll also request you not to forget the state of Assam. We all know that obtaining a degree from an institute like IIT is a privilege of a very few. It is evident today that India's youth have surpassed the concept of education being limited to placement and degree. Instead, they have discovered that education means filling more patents and establishing more startups. I am sure the graduating students today will also endorse this spirit and bring the spark would trigger the changes in the Amrit Kal of Bharat. I congratulate all of you once again for receiving your degrees at this convocation today. With this, again, wishing you all for a successful life, I bring end to my words. Thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai Ayaham.
Thank you, sir. IIT Guwahati has the privilege of also having Honorable Governor of Assam, Shri Gulabchand Kataria, as the guest of honor today. Shri Gulabchand Kataria is the 31st Governor of Assam. He hails from Udaipur, Rajasthan, and was the former Home Minister of Rajasthan and the leader of opposition in the Rajasthan Legislative Assembly prior to his appointment as the governor. The Honorable Governor of Assam, Shri Gulabchand Kataria, is now requested to deliver his speech.
नमस्कार। ये आज का गुवाहाटी के लिए, देश के लिए एक बहुत ही गर्व करने का दिन है कि भारतीय प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान गुवाहाटी के इस 25वें दीक्षांत समारोह के समय हम सब के आग्रह से आज हमारे बीच में महामहिम उपराष्ट्रपति जी आदरणीय जगदीश जी धनखड़ पधारे हैं। मैं आप सब की ओर से, आसाम की जनता की ओर से आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। श्रीमती डॉक्टर धनखड़ जी, आसाम के आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, चेयरमैन आदरणीय मोदी जी और डायरेक्टर आदरणीय परमेश्वर जी, सभी गुरुजनों, पधारे हुए सभी शिक्षा प्रेमी बंधुओं, सभी अभिभावकगण और इस सभा में उपस्थित सभी पढ़ने वाले भैया बहनों, ये वास्तव में आसाम का और देश का सौभाग्य है कि आपकी इस 25 वर्ष की यात्रा ने और 25वां दीक्षांत समारोह ने इस संस्था के माध्यम से हजारों नवयुवकों को आपने तैयार किया, जो केवल भारत में ही नहीं, दुनिया के कई देशों में अपने काम के आधार पर आसाम की प्रतिष्ठा भी बढ़ा रहे हैं, संस्था की प्रतिष्ठा भी बढ़ा रहे हैं और सभी गुरुजनों की प्रतिष्ठा भी बढ़ा रहे हैं। ऐसी संस्था में आज मुझे यहाँ इस दीक्षांत समारोह में आपने बुलाया, मैं आपका बहुत आभारी हूँ। मैं सोचता हूँ कि ये शायद मेरा ज़िंदगी का पहला अनुभव है कि किसी संस्था में 2011 लोगों को एक साथ दीक्षांत समारोह में डिग्री का वितरण हो रहा है। इसके लिए वास्तव में संस्था और संस्था परिवार के सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन। मुझे बहुत प्रसन्नता है कि आपकी सारी जो कुछ भी आपने अपना प्रेजेंटेशन दिया उसको हम लोगों ने देखा। मैं सोचता हूँ कि बीटेक और बीडीएस में आप 816 बच्चों को आज अपनी डिग्री वितरण कर रहे हो। ये सामान्य संख्या नहीं है। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि एमटेक और एमडीएस में आप 659 बच्चों को आज डिग्री वितरण कर रहे हो। मैं बहुत ही एक तरह से गर्व का अनुभव होता है कि आज मास्टर डिग्री और पीएचडी के 303 बच्चों को आप डिग्री दे रहे हो। और उससे भी ज़्यादा प्रसन्नता जो आपने कहा, मैं भी कह रहा हूँ कि आज की इस डिग्री में 406 बालिकाएं डिग्री प्राप्त कर रही है। ये सबसे बड़ा गौरव का दिन है शिक्षा का। इसके लिए वास्तव में ये भारत का भी सौभाग्य है और आपकी संस्था का भी सौभाग्य है। आखिर ये देश भर के बच्चे आपके यहाँ आते क्यों हैं? मैं राजस्थान के भी कई बच्चों को जब यहाँ देखता हूँ और उनसे पूछता हूँ कि तुमने गुवाहाटी कैसे पसंद की, यहाँ का खान पान से तेरा मेल मिलाप नहीं मिलता, तुझे तकलीफ भी होती है, लेकिन वो कहता है कि नहीं, इस संस्था का शिक्षा का वातावरण और इस कैंपस का वातावरण वास्तव में व्यक्ति निर्माण का वातावरण है, इसलिए हम सब लोग इसे पसंद करते हैं। ये वास्तव में सौभाग्य है। मैं सोचता हूँ कि इसके लिए आज के इस दिन के लिए मैं उन अभिभावकों का भी अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ जिन्होंने अपने बच्चों को यहाँ भेजकर इस संस्था में अध्ययन के लिए एक वातावरण देने का प्रयास किया और अपने बच्चों को भी एक तरह से प्रोत्साहित किया। मैं आज सब भैया बहनों जो आज डिग्री प्राप्त करते हैं उनका भी अभिनंदन करता हूँ। ये अगर आपका परिश्रम नहीं होता, आपके द्वारा ये तैयारी नहीं होती तो इस संस्थान को ये ऊंचाई नहीं मिलती। उसमें सबसे बड़ा योगदान आपका है। आपका अभिनंदन करता हूँ। अभिनंदन करता हूँ आज फैकल्टी मेंबर्स का। फैकल्टी मेंबर्स ने इन 94 से लेकर अब तक इस यात्रा में जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने अपने आप को समर्पित करके शिक्षा के वातावरण को बनाने का प्रयास किया। आज कई लोग यहाँ होंगे, कई लोग यहाँ नहीं होंगे। मैं उन सब का भी अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ कि आपने आईआईटी गुवाहाटी के माध्यम से देश को जो कुछ आपने दिया है, जिन बच्चों को तैयार करके दिया है, इसलिए आप सबका मैं अभिनंदन करता हूँ, स्वागत करता हूँ। जब मैंने आपके इस परफॉर्मेंस को देखा तो मन बहुत प्रफुल्लित होता है। मैं सोचता हूँ कि दुनिया में रिसर्च वर्क की दृष्टि से आपको 32वां स्थान मिला है। देश भर में नहीं, दुनिया भर में ये जो आपके रिसर्च वर्क का जो उपलब्धि है ना, ये केवल आपका सम्मान नहीं बढ़ाती है, सारे भारत का सम्मान बढ़ाती है, हम सब आसाम वासियों का सम्मान बढ़ाती है कि आपने दुनिया के विश्वविद्यालयों में अपना 32वां स्थान कायम किया। मुझे बहुत आश्चर्य हुआ जब क्यूएस में सारे वर्ल्ड के जितने भी शिक्षण संस्थाएं हैं उनमें जब रैंकिंग निकाली गई तो आपको 364वीं रैंकिंग मिली। ये वास्तव में आपके लिए और भारत के लिए भी सम्मान का विषय है। इसके लिए भी आपका अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ। बॉम्बे के आईआईटी ने जरूर 149 पोजीशन हासिल की है, पर सबसे उसके बाद की पोजीशन आपकी है। मैं सोचता हूँ इंजीनियरिंग में मामले में आपने पिछले बार भी 7वां स्थान था इस भारत में, और अब की बार भी आपका 7वां स्थान है। उसको बनाए रखने का जो आपने काम किया उसके लिए भी मैं आपका अभिनंदन करता हूँ। मैं सोचता हूँ कि वास्तव में इस संस्था का रिकॉर्ड देखने से ऐसा अनुभव होता है कि वास्तव में किस प्रकार के यहाँ फैकल्टी मेंबर हैं, किस प्रकार की मेहनत करते हैं। संपूर्ण रैंकिंग में संपूर्ण भारत में इस संस्थान का 9वां स्थान है आज की तारीख में, सभी फैकल्टी को मिलाकर। और स्वच्छता की दृष्टि से ये हिंदुस्तान का दूसरे स्थान का संस्थान है। तो इस कारण से भी ये कैंपस ऐसा लगता है जैसे कोई गुरुकुल हो, जैसे कोई बच्चे किसी ज़माने में पढ़ा करते थे गुरु के पास रह कर के। इस कैंपस की सुंदरता, लेकिन ये सब डिग्रियां मिल गई। आपको मिल गई, लेकिन ये डिग्रियां प्राप्त करके केवल अपना और अपने परिवार का भरण पोषण करना, इसके लिए हमने ये विद्यालय में इतनी मेहनत सब लोगों ने नहीं की। हम चाहते हैं कि आप सब के द्वारा मेरा भारत दुनिया में कैसे आगे बढ़े, मेरे भारत के सामने आई हुई चुनौतियों का हम सब लोग मिलकर कैसे मुकाबला करें। हम केवल जॉब प्राप्त करने वाले नहीं, हम जॉब देने वाले कैसे बनकर के भारत की जो सबसे बड़ी समस्या है उसका हम निदान करें। भगवान की कृपा से आपको इन सभी गुरुजनों ने इस प्रकार का टैलेंट पैदा किया है। केवल और केवल आपको आत्मविश्वास होना चाहिए। केवल और केवल नौकरी के पीछे भागना ये हमारी सफलता का नहीं है। और मैं सोचता हूँ इसको आप जरूर विचार करें। और इस संस्थान से जब आपको यहाँ से दीक्षांत समारोह से भेज रहे हैं, जब आए थे आप तो विद्या अध्ययन के लिए आए थे, अब आप जा रहे हो समाज की सेवा के लिए। इन दो बातों का अगर ध्यान रहा कि यहाँ से जाने के बाद समाज और देश की सेवा करना ये मेरा पहला धर्म है। क्यों? क्योंकि इस संस्थान को चलाने के लिए उस गरीब ने भी अपने खून पसीने का पैसा दे करके इस संस्थान के भवन को और वातावरण को खड़ा किया है। आप और हम सब जो यहाँ बैठे हैं उनको भी यहाँ तक लाने का काम उस सामान्य गरीब व्यक्ति ने किया है। अगर हमारी शिक्षा के बाद भी हम उसके जीवन में परिवर्तन नहीं ला सके, हम उन सबको अपना बराबर लाने का प्रयत्न नहीं कर सके, तो हमारी शिक्षा अधूरी रह जाएगी। मैं आपसे उम्मीद करता हूँ, संस्था भी उम्मीद करती है कि आप जहाँ भी जाओ, जिस जगह भी काम करो, आपके काम के आधार पर IIT गुवाहाटी की पहचान बने। इतना आपसे निवेदन करके अपनी बात को समाप्त करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. We now move on to the presentation of Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Gold Medal and the President of India Gold Medal. The registrar will now announce the award of Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Gold Medal. The chief guest, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhad, is requested to present the Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Gold Medal.
Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Gold Medal is awarded to a graduating student adjusted to be the best in terms of general proficiency, including character, conduct, excellency in academic performance, extracurricular activity, and social service. For this year, I present to you, Sir, Ramesh Rambatala, BTech Biotechnology, for the award of Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Gold Medal.
The registrar will now announce the winner of the President of India Gold Medal. The chief guest, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhad, is requested to present the President of India Gold Medal.
The President of India Gold Medal is awarded each year to the student who stand first, securing the highest cumulative performance in SED among the all eligible students of the batch receiving the degree of Bachelor of Technology and Bachelor of Design. For this year, I present to you, Sir, Pradesh Prasad Kalkar, BTech Computer Science and Engineering, for the award of President of India Gold Medal.
The winners of the President of India Gold Medal and Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Gold Medal, along with the chief guests of honor, Chairman, Board of Governors, and the Director will now pose for photographs. Now the chief guest, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhad, is requested to kindly deliver the convocation address.
Namaste, Namaskar, and I can't forget my stay in West Bengal for 3 years, so Namaskar. Honorable Governor of Assam, most respected, Sri Gulab Chand Kataria ji, I don't think I need to say a word about him. We belong to the same state. For decades, I have sought guidance from him. A very senior politician statesman who believes in positivity, creativity, and I'm sure you will ever remember his inspirational nationalistic address today. Sri Himanta Biswa Sarma, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, action, vision, execution are capsuled in this individual. He exemplifies commitment to duty, which is worth emulating. He is one who has in his heart Assam 24/7, a challenge to Mrs. Himanta Biswa Sarma. If you look at his discourses on national and international issues, they are dictated by our interest, our civilization, a deep sense of propriety, and of course, Bharat Mahan hai. I am happy that I share with him one credential. We both happen to be lawyers at one point of time. Honorable Member, Parliament Lok Sabha, a former mayor of Guwahati, Madam Queen Oja, Chairman Board of Governors IIT Guwahati, Dr. Rajiv Modi. पहले तो सरने में भी कुछ है और नाम में भी कुछ है, इसलिए सब कुछ मुमकिन होना यहाँ आसान है. Wherever I have gone in the globe as Vice President of the country, everyone has appreciated India's role as pharmacy of the world. यहाँ आकर पता लगा pharmacy of the world क्यों है. The man is a creator in industry and has academic bent of mind. I am sure the institute is extremely lucky to have a man like him, so qualified, and himself from IIT Bombay has had education of varied nature. I am sure this will take us to great heights when it concerns IIT Guwahati further trajectory. The director IIT Guwahati, let me tell you, I have great weakness for directors of institutes. I have been to IIT Madras, IIM Bangalore. I love to be amongst educational institutions. But these days, directors look like students. He and the director IIT Madras, you can't recognize, they can mingle with the students. Beware of him. You will have to be careful. You may be carried away that your friend is next to you. He may turn out to be the director. But when I look at his name, Parmeshwar, Param Ishwar, added with Krishnan, बाकी क्या बचा है? The gentleman who has 10 patents to his name and more than 200 publications was so disarmingly simple, modest, when he was recording to all of us the real and great achievements and accomplishments of IIT Guwahati. My salutations to him. Honorable MLAs, ministers, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, and then why I am here, my dear friends, boys and girls. I have heard the earlier speakers. I would therefore avoid what they have said, because I can't rise to that level of intellectualism to guide you. You have got good guidance from people who have, to their track record, accomplishments, the Honorable Governor, the Chairman Board of Governors, extremely energetic, erudite Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, and the Director. I would therefore briefly make some reflections. It is absolute delight for me. I will ever cherish this moment. I can tell you, in this hall, looking up and down, I am energized, inspired, and motivated. And I am sure that we are in Amrit Kal. Some of us would not be here when India attains centenary of its independence in 2047. But I have in this room warriors of Bharat at 2047, and I'm extremely optimistic that from Amrit Kal to 2047, Bharat will be at peak in the world. IIT Guwahati, the first IIT in this region, Northeast, and the only IIT so far, has continually been on incremental trajectory over 3 decades. It has earned laurels and recognition nationally and globally, particularly pointed out by the Honorable Governor, Shri Gulab Chand Kataria ji. I have interacted on the dais with the Chairman Board of Governors, Shri Rajiv Modi, and the Director, and have their consent to announce that Indian Council of World Affairs, of which I happen to be the chairman, will have an MOU with IIT Guwahati. And that MOU will give you a window to the world of a different nature. This MOU will be fructified in next 1 month at Guwahati with the visit of Director, Indian Council of World Affairs. Coming as I do along with the Honorable Governor from Rajasthan, known for arid region, I am extremely delighted to be here in Assam, the land of majestic and mighty Brahmaputra. The Ashtalakshmis of the Northeast are blessed with this wholesome and sublime conference, culture and nature. I had the occasion to know more of this region when I was Governor State of West Bengal and was Chairman of Eastern Zone Cultural Center. Blessed by Ma Kamakhya and saintly spirituality of Srimanta Shankar Deva, Assam is known for its rich history of great Ahom rulers and their legendary Lachit Borphukan. And let me remind you, we take great pride when we look back in our historical perspective, the Battle of Sarai Ghat in 1671, and the Mughals were trounced. The vision of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in initiating a great thought, look east, act east, this is bearing rich dividends. IIT Guwahati is an epicenter because those who get out of this university, this institute as graduates are impacting life nationally and globally. The Northeast recently, and because of the visionary initiatives of the Honorable Prime Minister, is now getting rightful space in the national and historical narrative. My young friends, convocation is a momentous occasion. It is reward of your painstaking work. It is at this juncture you come to love your teachers who had been very harsh to you. It is at this juncture you learn the sacrifice of your parents. And that is something which has resulted in this day, which you will ever remember in your life. Congratulations to all the degree holders for well-earned and well-recognized recognition. I wouldn't say more, but wherever you will go in the world, the tag IIT Guwahati will make a difference, as in the world now, Indian passport is making impactful difference. You would have seen that. The recent visit of the Honorable Prime Minister to the United States, the impactful results it had, I'm sure we never dreamt of it. Artificial intelligence has become America, India. Both are equally impactful. My young friends, the nation has great expectation from you, and rightly so, because you will take and mark and control upsurge of Bharat at 2047. India's phenomenal, unprecedented growth and rise is a defining moment, not only for the nation, it's a defining moment for the entire world. India at the moment is chairman of G20. You would have seen activity all over the country, including in your institute. And what the message are we giving to the world? That is the essence of our civilizational ethos. One earth, one family. Beyond doubt, technology will ensure Bharat being at contemporaneous global and national scenario indicates century will witness emergence of Bharat economic leader. Series of affirmative steps have been taken, and they have ensured exponential growth of this country in a manner which we friends could never earlier imagine. And I say so because I got into parliament for the first time more than 30 years ago in 1989. I know the scenario then, and I know the situation. It was in 1989 thereafter to think our Bharat will be at this stature in the Committee of Nations. No one knows better than the minds before me, boys and girls, that India today is a global destination of investment and opportunity. IMF president, I had the occasion to meet her on 2 occasions. She calls it a bright star in economic world. The rise is reflected by in September 2022 economy. In the process, we surpassed our erstwhile colonial rulers. Just a decade ago, we were at number 10, jump of 5. And I have no doubt, and those who know economics are sure about it, India will be the by turn of the decade. The rise of India, friends, is unstoppable. Adoption of technology. Along with others, are creating incubation centers. They are innovation parks for budding entrepreneurs. I can tell you, friends, it is an idea. which is in your mind, which you are capable of creating. Execution can take place even by mediocrity. I'm sure the chairman board of governors knows it, himself being an industry leader with global reputation and contributing in the healthcare to that extensive level. So please take lead. I don't want to reflect on the accomplishments of IIT Guwahati. They have been reflected by previous speakers. But I would make one reflection. National education policy, and the country got it after more than 3 decades. And before the national education policy could be crystallized, lakhs of inputs were analyzed. This has turned out to be a game changer. This has turned out to be revolutionary. It has become a conveyance of transformative mechanism to change the world, including India, because our human resource is dotting every part of the globe. Skill has been given prominence. Certain things that were dragging us have been given up. Technology has been introduced. And now the day is not far when India took pride that we had institutions in the past, like Takshila and Nalanda. Our institutes like IIT, Guwahati, and others, it's a matter of time, will rise to that level. My dear young friends, let me share something which I suffered. I was throughout a topper of my class. I was in great fear, always under fear. What will happen if I don't come at number 1? I lived with that fear. I lived with that stress. I lived with that tension. It was too late in the day when I learned कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं होता, दोस्तों से कुछ ज़्यादा बात कर लेता, कुछ खेल लेता. So never have tension, never have stress, and never have that competitiveness to beat, excel yourself with yourself. And that, I'm sure, will give you rich dividends. You are lucky to be in Amrit Kal. You are lucky to be at a time, particularly after 2014. And why I say 2014? Because before 2014, the country had coalition governance for 3 decades. I was a union minister in 89 to 91 in a government that was a combination of more than 20 parties. And as luck would have it, I was a junior minister in parliamentary affairs. Therefore, I am privy to all the tensions, problems, pulls, pressures. In 2014, after a long gap of 3 decades, the country had one-party majority. That was re-emphasized in 2019. And that is why we could get rid of an Article 370 of the Constitution and thereby changing lives of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. They have access to it. This historic justice, why did it take 7 decades? Article 370 is labeled in the Constitution as a temporary article. I don't think a temporary thing should last that long. Friends, there is another thing on which I need to invite your attention. Our Constitution was given to us by very wise people, sagacious people. Dr. Ambedkar was chairman of the drafting committee. And they had in the Constitution a very important part. And that part was with respect to directive principles of state policy. And they were certain that these principles are fundamental in governance of the country. So directive principles have been taken by framers of our Constitution, our founding fathers, as fundamental in governance of the country, and then they reflected It's the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws. Friends, this has happened over the years. Panchayat was a fundamental, Panchayat was a directive principle. Constitution was amended. A structured mechanism for panchayats evolved. Cooperatives was another. We had the occasion to see cooperatives being elevated to constitutional status. Right to education was another. We have made laws. In that premise, I am somewhat stunned at the reaction of people when there is a thought afloat that something should be done with respect to directive principles under Article 44. And that is, the state shall endeavor to secure for citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India, end quote. Now I can tell you, after 30 years, I'm sure that situation must have come. I have no doubt it has come. Any further delay in implementation of Uniform Civil Code will be corrosive of our values. The underlying sublimity of it has to be appreciated and understood. This will bind Bharat, its nationalism, more effectively. And that was the thought process of founding fathers of the Constitution. Friends, just reflect, think about it. There can be no premise or rationale to impede or delay in implementation of the directive principles when we are in Amrit Kal. Friends, I need to share some concerns with you because our rise is phenomenal. Our rise is unprecedented. Our rise is being recognized globally. India's impact in the world is being felt as never before. It is a time when the world expects India to say something. India doesn't have to exert itself to make its voice clear and known to the world. They await it. And therefore, I'm sure my young friends will particularly agree. It is our prime duty to take pride in being Indians and be ever proud of our historical achievements. Let me caution you, friends. Political stakeholding cannot be at the cost of nation and nationalism. There must be free run for politicians. There must be politics the way they wish to have, but with one common denominator. It has to be within the realm of respect for our nation and our nationalism. Friends, you will be walking into a larger world. You will be contributing in economic field. One thing which is not being seriously considered, and I will appeal to the chairman of Board of Governors also to get in touch with his industrial fraternity, and that is economic nationalism. I urge you all to ensure commitment to economic nationalism and let it not be compromised for fiscal gains. कैसा लगता है? पतंग विदेश से आएगा, दिवाली के दिए विदेश से आएंगे, फर्नीचर विदेश से आएगा, and our foreign exchange will be drained. I have named only a few items. I do believe in global trade mechanism, but that should not come in the way of our economy being bled. And that is the duty of every man in industry and business to ensure that for fiscal gain, out of research, out of requirement, no issue. But we must ensure fiscal gain should not be there, a guiding factor. And I'm sure you will be well situated. You will be ambassadors of this thought. You will be able to create an ecosystem where our economic nationalism spirit will flourish and will be enhanced. Friends, no foreign entity And I have no doubt about it. No foreign entity can be allowed to tweak without sovereignty and reputation. After all, Bharat is 1/6 of humanity. We are home to 1/6 of humanity. Our human resource is impacting global institutions and dotting every part of the globe. We can't be on the back foot when it comes to our sovereignty and reputation. We cannot suffer tent on our flourishing and blossoming democracy and constitutional institutions. Tell me, friends, in which part of the globe you have democracy flourishing at the village level, at the panchayat level, at Jila Parishad level, at state level, at national level, and in the field of cooperatives, and all constitutionally secured, constitutionally ensured. There's no country in the world where transition of power is so smooth, seamless, and respectful. We are, and we must be ever cognizant of it. We are the oldest, the largest, most vibrant, and functional democracy. And that is giving stability to global peace and harmony. Friends, and my young friends, you have access to all information. You are fully alive. It's a matter of concern that with periodic frequency and in strategic mode, there is orchestration of anti-national narratives. And the object is to tarnish, taint our image. It is high time choreographers of anti-Bharat narrative orchestration are effectively rebuffed. And this can be done only by young minds, young trained minds who carry the tag of being alumni of a prestigious institute like yours. Friends, it is ironical. It is travesty of our nature that pains me, that some of us fall prey to this sinister design, to this evil design that has to be antidoted. Friends, another aspect which is changing our lives, which is changing our ecosystem, is transparency and accountability in governance. Now there is zero tolerance for corruption. I'm sure everyone here will agree, none is above the law. The long arm of law is reaching everyone. Those who thought the law can never touch them are suffering the heat of law. And this is happening at this moment because there is policy of zero tolerance for corruption. Corruption is anti-democratic. Corruption is poor governance. Corruption runs down our growth. But another scene is appearing. If someone is held for corruption, we have a robust judicial system, access the system. But people take to streets. People who have held positions of power, people who have held constitutional positions, take to streets rather than take recourse to lawful process. I would therefore urge you that at a time when stakeholders in corruption, beneficiaries of corruption, are marshalling all the forces to find cover and escape route, it is the narrative set afloat by young minds like you to neutralize it. A corruption society, corruption-free society is the safest guarantee to your growth trajectory. And I would therefore urge every man and every person present here, and particularly my young friends, boys and girls, you have the capacity to discern. You have the capacity to find out what is right or wrong. But please don't observe silence. Your silence can be too costly for the nation. Decades ago in the United States, a survey was conducted, and it was indicated, and the result was, if the silent majority decides to remain silent, it will be silenced forever. So I beseech young minds, be discerning, take your own call, but then don't keep that idea to yourself. Exert. That will help us evolve a system that will be for benefit of the nation. My dear young friends, you must have appetite. Of course, Assam cuisine is very fine. Continue to have good appetite for Assamese food. I also love it. But also appetite for the other point of view. These days we have become very intolerant. We don't want to consider the other point of view. That is not good for humanity. Experience has shown that more often than not, the other point of view is the right point of view. So for a drop of a hat, don't reject the other point of view. And who can feel more the pain of it than Chairman Rajya Sabha, a post which I hold? That's a temple of democracy, a place for deliberation, dialogue, discussion. And which means understand, appreciate what the other person has to say. You may agree, you may not agree. और ऐसी परिस्थिति के अंदर मेरी वेदना व्यक्त करते हुए मैं आपको कहूँगा, असहमति को विरोध में परिवर्तित करना जनतंत्र के लिए अभिशाप से कम नहीं है। भारतीय संस्कृति और सभ्यता की मूल भावना से मेल नहीं खाती ये बात। संवाद की डोर, कम्युनिकेशन, संवाद की डोर मानवता और प्रजातंत्र के जीवन की डोर है। इसमें खिंचाव और गांठ जन कल्याण के लिए हितकारी नहीं हो सकते। एक छत के नीचे विरोध और असहमति स्वाभाविक है। There are bound to be different points of view. They may not be even reconciled. इसका निदान विचार विमर्श है। यदि हमारी हजारों साल की संस्कृति का अमृत यही है कि बातचीत से हम मामलों का हल निकालेंगे। The world is facing a great war at the moment. And the statesman kind of stance taken by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that war is no solution to a problem, has been appreciated globally. Friends, I would make a reference to two other quotes from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, a genius who drafted our Constitution as chairman of the drafting committee, and a visionary. And he said, I quote, and I'm sure everyone, particularly my young friends who are warriors of Bharat 2047, bear in mind, quote, you should be Indian first, Indian last, and nothing else but Indians. This thought we must always keep in mind. The moment we do it, I am sure our country's rise will be further accelerated. Our Constituent Assembly friends did a good job for 3 years, but I would make a reflection to what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said on the last day. The concluding observations, and concluding observations are always very relevant. And he said, it was on 25th November 1949, I quote, it is not that India was never an independent country. Historical truth. We were an independent country. We happen to be the oldest civilization in the world. This country can claim to have civilizational history of 5,000 years and more. So he said, I quote, it is not that India was never an independent country. The point is that she once lost independence sea had. You know it, we lost it. We regained it in 1947. Further, he said, will she lose it second time? He cautioned us on 25th November 1949. What perturbs me greatly is the fact that not only India has once before lost her independence, but she lost it by the infidelity and treachery of some of her own people. Will history repeat itself? Unquote. Friends, what he said on 25th November 1949, reflecting on infidelity and treachery of some of our own people, we are seeing it before our eyes. There are institutions globally where Indian industry makes investment, and the Chairman Board of Governors will take note of it. Millions of dollars are given to those outside institutions. But our students, our faculty members in those institutions abroad happen to be the only one criticizing their own country. I would urge the Chairman Board of Governors, highly respected figure in the industry, to see that our institutions like IIT Guwahati, they must get contributions from industry. They must be the main source for funding our institutions from CSR. I'm sure he will take it forward. Young friends, ये सीरियस बात कही, आप सीरियस हो गए, पर सीरियस बात को सोच लेंगे. I am fully conscious of it. But मैं आपको एक बात कहना चाहूँगा. When you will walk out after getting your degrees, you will be envy of the world. There can be no failure by you. You will be contributing massively. Keep one thing in mind. Respect for your teachers, regard for your parents, and a resolve that you will give back to the society. I have been advocating an idea for a long time. Alumni is a strength of an institution. There must be federation of alumni associations. That will be a richest think tank for development of the nation. आप सबको बहुत शुभकामनाएं. आपका भविष्य मंगलमय हो, अच्छा हो, सोसाइटी में कंट्रीब्यूट करते रहें. बी हैप्पी, विदाउट टेंशन, विदाउट स्ट्रेस, विदाउट फियर ऑफ फेलियर. जो भी आइडिया विचार मन में आ जाए उसको ट्रांसलेट करने की कोशिश करो. क्या पहली बार आदमी चांद पर गया सक्सेसफुल हुआ? नहीं हुआ. वो सक्सेसफुल कब हुआ? तो 20 जुलाई 1969 को नील आर्मस्ट्रांग ने वहाँ लैंड किया. उसके पहले भी एफर्ट हुए थे. अपनी कितनी प्रगति इसरो में हो रही है जिसका अंदाज़ा आपको ज़्यादा है. ऐसी परिस्थिति में मैं ये कहूँगा, थिंक आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, टेक अ लीप, बी इनोवेटिव. और जो हमने ख्याति प्राप्त की है दुनिया में स्टार्टअप्स के अंदर, यूनिकॉर्न्स के अंदर, दैट इज एनवी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. मुझे आने का यहाँ सुअवसर मिला, ये मैं मेरा परम भाग्य मानता हूँ. ये दिन मुझे सदैव याद रहेगा. मैं इंडिविजुअली आप लोगों को मत जानो चाहिए. That today I carry in my heart a connect with you that I will take to my maker only. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. The Chairman, Board of Governors, is now requested to formally declare adjournment of the convocation.
The convocation is adjourned.
Now, the national anthem will be sung. You are requested to stand up and not leave your place till all the dignitaries have left the hall.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे